Another question we get is, won't there be too much competition? And the simple answer is no. There's just so many products to be able to sell. You know, there's just millions and millions and millions of things that you could sell, and there's also like a million different ways in to get traffic under each of those, right? So, I mean, greeting cards, if you use a brick and mortar example, obviously there's millions of stores that sell greeting cards, and they're spread out geographically. Well, you can use that, and so they don't compete with each other, right? Unless they're different. But then there is actually different brands of those stores competing with each other. So if you take that analogy and you put it online, you get the same thing happening, where you've got a bunch of them, but you have different geography. Maybe somebody's carving out the words greeting cards. Maybe somebody's carving out the word wedding and anniversary cards or something. I don't know, that kind of thing. So we never worry about that. I mean, we look to see, and that's part of our process and checklist. But you're not going to run into 30 other people doing exactly what you're doing. It's just not going to happen. And we've not seen it happen. So you should be absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. What if I'm outside the U.S.? We get that question a lot. And this is an area that I think we've matured quite a bit in our training because we're not outside the U.S. So over the last few years, as we've trained lots of people, many of them have been from outside the U.S. So we have a very robust training module on if you're outside the U.S., here are the different scenarios, and here's what you have to do. Bottom line is, it is absolutely no problem, okay, and we got you covered. What about the hidden costs? Are there any other hidden costs, any other things that I need to buy or anything like that? And I tell you, we tried, one of our goals in putting together this package is to make sure that you didn't have to do anything else, okay? Now there are opportunities, right? There's opportunities for paid search, there's opportunities for outsourcing, but you don't need to do them to succeed, okay? Those are things that you might do as you just decide, hey, I'm making money, I want to spend time on the beach rather than in front of my computer, I'm going to pay somebody else to do it and still make money. That's all good. I mean, we certainly do that. But the only thing really that you have to buy in addition to our product is every time that you want to start a site, you have to register a domain, okay? So, yeah, you have to do that. Another question I get is, what do I do if I need help? Where do I go? And I'm thrilled to be able to answer this question because I think we have the best customer support in the industry. We've got people available on a formal help desk that know exactly what they're talking about. They know this material. We have access to all the people who have actually done this, okay? So if there's an advanced question or something that just doesn't seem right, these people are available for level 2 support. There's just a huge infrastructure that's available to help you and to guide you. In addition, we have our forum, 15,000 members on the forum, along with plenty of people on there who've actually quit their jobs after going through training that's actually less advanced than this. And they are always ready and willing to help you. There's 15,000 people there. And I myself, in the last couple of years, have made 10,000 posts on there. So it's a very active forum, and it's not like you buy something from us and you never see us again. And if you go to the forum, you're going to see me every single day. Because believe me, to get to 10,000 posts, I got to be on there every day. What about how much time does it take? We get that question all the time. How much time do I have to invest? I think it's reasonable to think that this is a 3 to 4 hour a week investment. So this is perfectly doable if you're working full time. And again, somewhere around 3 to 4 hours a week should be about the time that you need to set aside. The biggest question we get, probably to the exclusion of all others, is when will I make money? So, always a really difficult question for us to answer, obviously, because everybody's so different. But here's what we feel comfortable saying. Your first sale should come sometime within 30 days after your site is completely up and running. Okay? Site's up and running. You're starting to do the SEO tasks. You're going to start to get traffic. It's perfectly reasonable to think that you're going to make a sale within 30 days after that site is up and running. And that is an incredible feeling. And it's unlike any other. If you've not experienced it yet, in some ways I'm envious because you get to experience that and you can't ever experience it again. So that's about the reasonable time frame. Finally, we get a question about are all our tools available for Mac? Absolutely. We try and get everybody in our company to use Macs. I use only Macs. There are a few Windows holdouts, but certainly all of our tools are readily available and can be used on a Mac. Well, listen, I thank you so much for your patience. If you've gotten to this point in the video, you've looked through quite a bit of material, and I really appreciate that. I hope you'll join us for when Blueprint Project Black Edition launches. I really hope you do. I think it's our best work ever, and I really want you to come back and get involved and be on our team and sit by our side and develop these kinds of sites so that you can quit your job or do whatever it is that you want to do. Just attain that level of freedom. It's an absolutely magical feeling, and the best part about my life is that I get a chance to try and teach other people how to do it as well. So anyway, I hope to see you then, and thanks very much for your attention.